Hi everyone, I'm Lynn Fendel and this is Shay Hall, and we are going to talk to you about what a day in the life of a Beachbody coach is like. Probably one of the most common questions I get asked is, well, how much time do you spend doing Beachbody? I have 3 kids, I work part-time, and carpooling and all this stuff, and both of us are right there with you. So Shay's going to start, and she's going to just let you know what she does every day.
All right. Do you really want to know everything, or can we just mostly do the Beachbody? So I'm just kidding. No, just kidding. Okay, so mine has changed, right? Because when I first started out as a Beachbody coach, I was working full-time as a veterinarian, mom of 2 boys. So it was literally like a few hours a week of like being on Facebook and chatting with people back and forth, the occasional post, things like that. That's really all I did, was just try to connect with people. So maybe I spent a few hours a week doing that, but honestly, I like communicating and talking to people anyway, so it really wasn't work. Like, right. I didn't feel like I worked for the first year or more that I was doing this. It was really just kind of fun. And then as my business started increasing and my goals started changing, that activity kind of increased. So now, as a Stardiving Beachbody coach, I'm pretty much full-time a Beachbody coach. I mean, I have several other part-time jobs, but I would guess I probably spend about 30 hours a week doing Beachbody. So the way that I have kind of worked a way to manage this, because I do have another part-time job that I do from home, is I have created office hours for myself. And if I were to like go back and talk to Shay when she was first becoming a coach, this is what I would tell her. I would say, create office hours for yourself now so that you know when you're going to do the work on your business, right? So every day I have blocked out about a 3 to 4 hour time frame that I work on nothing but Beachbody, and I create a list, I work through those action items, and I get them done. I check my email before, and I check my email at the end of the day, and that is pretty much it. Now, I will answer questions and texts that come along throughout the day, things like that, but for the most part, I try to keep the Beachbody business time within that 3 to 5 hour block. And in that time, I'm making new contacts. I'm looking for new content for my postings, for blogs, for websites. I'm doing all those kinds of things in that time and reaching out to people, following up with them, inviting people to my next challenge group, planning what the next one will be, and following up with my coaches. Now, because I love it so much, I do find that there is times throughout the day or in the evening where I'll catch myself answering a text message or answering a question from someone on a Facebook message.
One of your coaches.
Somebody else, I don't know. And my family's gotten really good about reminding me that this is the time for us. And you need to put that phone down. And that is something that's really important, is to make sure that you block out that time for your family. Put the phone down, put the computer down, walk it away, and be present in the moment. It's a struggle, but I do it. So that's kind of my day. It's just that I block that time in those office hours, and I try to get all of my action items done during that time, and then answer questions as I have to. That's it.
That's good.
So what do you do?
Perfect. So, because she is my direct upline, I've learned, you taught me that right away, honestly. So it took me a while. I feel like there's a rhythm you kind of get into. But I've set aside time also. I probably work on it probably 15 hours a week is kind of what I'm sitting here thinking about it when you said that, would guess. But I do most of mine in the early morning. For me, it's when I get my workout in, and then I have probably an hour, and it's amazing how much you can get done in an hour when you don't have children up.
Right.
It's amazing. And I get all my posting done, I get all my planning done kind of, and then I go to work, and then I come home and I go to work again, and then it's, my kids start coming home from school, and we're off to practices and this and that, and then after dinner, I've told my husband that, I'm going to need another hour to focus on some things that might have come up throughout the day, answer questions, reach out to people that I couldn't get a hold of early in the day for whatever reason. So then usually after dinner, I spend another hour, returning phone calls or texts and researching, like you said. And then after that, it's little personal development time or whatever, and wake up and start it all over again. So
yeah. I mean, I think the thing that's really cool about this business is that, and I know we've said this a couple different ways in different videos, but it really is what you put into it is what you get out of it, right? So if you want this to just be something that's truly part-time, I just want to make enough to cover my Shakeology, like, you know, an hour a week, right? Like that's totally doable. Totally. If you want to make a little bit extra, maybe your car payment or something else, then maybe add, you know, 3 to 5 hours a week, right? So you really decide what you want to get out of the business, and then you put that effort into it, and it does come back.
And once you decide, be consistent.
Yes.
That's the key.
Don't stop.
The key. It's just, okay, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it at this time. And for me, in the last month or so, I've stuck to it, and it's like, it's made all the difference in the world. So.
Well, and I think the last thing that both of us do, and I know our families are a part of as well, is part of being a Beachbody coach is not just talking to people and helping them get healthy. It's focusing on our own health as well. So part of what I consider my working is my workouts, right? It's eating well. It's creating those healthy meal plans and doing those things for my family, because that is part of what being a coach is all about, is walking the walk, right? So
absolutely.
Yes. And she's the meal planning goddess right here. So that's it. Day in the life.
Nice. That was
I should be in my sweats because that's how I am.
I just came from work. So.
All right. See ya.